Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a video on what do you want to do. Sometimes it's hard to know with all the decisions and options out there, and I thought people might enjoy listening to this one. So take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick a pile. We have pile 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to get started with pile 1. So for pile 1, see, we got innocent, peaceful, test drive, drive, follower. So, you may want to go on a drive. You may want to test drive a situation in an innocent, peaceful, playful way. And maybe you have been, instead of expressing what you truly desire, you've been allowing somebody else to lead you instead of driving yourself. I'm going to pull out the tarot cards. We got the Queen of Swords. We got the Five of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Queen of Cups. We got the Buffalo. We got the Cobra. So, what do you want to do? You want to be able to express yourself and to ensure that you are setting healthy boundaries. And you want to teach as well as learn. You want to learn and teach. You want to build something slow, stable, strong, solid from the ground up, which is why you want to be able to go into it with the energy of testing it and not fully committing. It may also be that, you can't guarantee forever when you're first getting to know somebody, and maybe you also may have walked away from this situation. You may have said something harsh and hurtful, and you may have walked away from it because you were feeling very let down, out in the cold. Somebody may have pulled their emotional energy away from you, and in turn you pulled your emotional energy away from them. But at the same time, you kept yourself open, forgiving, loving, receptive, and you're learning and growing, understanding how to come into this energy of being open and receptive again, maybe even after being, there may be some abandonment issues here, there may be some self-worth issues here, where others in the past may have taken advantage of you severely, or may have left you out in the cold, or may have left you high and dry with nothing, and you may be working on getting your finances in order even too, and worrying because you don't have money. That could be part of it too. And there's this energy here though of wanting forgiveness for leaving someone else out in the cold because of the past pain that you went through, possibly, as well as wanting an apology for somebody else leaving you in the cold, because I think what happened is they left you in the cold emotionally, energetically, before you pulled away physically. You may have ended it physically, but they ended it emotionally and energetically beforehand, possibly because they were afraid of or intimidated. They could have been very well intimidated by someone who is so knowledgeable, keen, perceptive, knowing, someone who understands things, someone who's very intelligent and sure of themselves, somebody who will speak the truth, period, bottom line, and it could have even been something along those lines like that. I think you also would really like to teach others as well. Teach others how to drive themselves instead of following others, how to remain peaceful in a conflict. And I think you're learning a lot of extra right now about how to do just that. about how to walk away with hope and peace still in front of you, and how to learn how to open up and trust more again, because I think there may be a lot of distrust issues here from past people that have hurt you as well. So we also have, you teach others a lot from your experience and you don't mind learning from them either. Exactly what I was saying is you are somebody who really wants to teach others, but you also want to learn. You want to learn. You're here to gain the knowledge, the wisdom, the experience, and to spread that. And that's what you really would like to do. To spread wisdom and awareness of unconditional love, empathy, kindness, compassion, of that open-hearted energy. You inspire others with your vision. You speak your truth no matter the cost. You know your worth and that of others. Your wit and charm keeps the conversation flowing. You treat others with respect and dignity. And maybe there's something that you said that you would like to repair, because you are somebody who treats others with respect and dignity. And at the same time, knowing that it needed to be said and that what happened needed to happen, so that you could both come back in an energy of more love and less fear, and less holding back out of worries of things going to end, and just be able to go with the flow and adapt and be flexible. And you are somebody, though, that is very honest, very forthright, very loving at the same time. And you really know how to conversate very well, and maybe you've had some trouble speaking to this person as well, because maybe they set you on edge a little bit, and it's all of that I'm not worthy, or they're gonna walk away, or things like that cause you to have to step up into that energy of trying to control the situation. And I think right now it's just time to release that control a little bit and to allow things to unfold naturally, and to know that nobody has to be a leader and a follower, that you can both lead and you can both learn and grow from each other. And, there may also be a thing about patience here as well. So, more about teaching here. Oh, no, buffalo first. Buffalo, grounded yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. The hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise up towards the heavens. The buffalo sees a challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting in every turn. May we all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. Yeah, see, and I think a lot of the other energy is in the past, and that you're in this energy now of just being able to have that faith and that trust and that belief. When in balance, trusting in pure essence. When out of balance, restless or lacks gratitude. To bring into balance, prayer and bhakti. And it doesn't matter how little we have, there is always something to be grateful for, and there is always somebody who has less than us. And so taking the time out to really truly be grateful for everything that is in our life and to focus on those things helps immensely. And that's what you would like to be doing, is to be focusing on things that uplift you, focusing on positive thoughts, positive actions, working hard towards your goals, faith, persistence, determination, to be able to spread your message that you want to spread, because there is a message that you want to spread. Pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. The cobra represents a teacher or a spiritual guardian. The cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who have led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I think what you've been learning, these lessons you've been learning from the situation that has made you feel out in the cold, or like you weren't good enough, or like you didn't have enough financially to be able to do something, that energy is coming to an end, and you are learning how to be open and receptive to love coming your way, because somebody will love you exactly as you are without having to have all the bells and whistles. As well as, I think this is a lot of what you are starting to teach other people as well. When out of balance, a know-it-all or an egocentric, to bring into balance, taking a class or studying. So it would be really good for you to learn from the situation you're in, to trust in your intuition, to trust in your empathy, your gut, your love, your compassion, your forgiveness, to allow that to overcome you. Even if you don't allow others back into your life when they have hurt you, it is always good to forgive and to live and to let live. And if they come back and apologize, or if they come back and try to fix what they have damaged, Speak your truth and allow them to understand things from your perspective so they can understand and so that they can attempt that. And so we're not making them feel unworthy either. You are a great teacher with a lot of knowledge to share. Yeah, this is a pile I picked too, by the way. So it relates very, very similarly to a lot of the things that I'm going through because I am sitting with nothing and I have somebody wanting to throw their heart at me very heavily. And my love is enough. Yours is too. You are very different and it's beautiful. Uncovering who I truly am at one layer at a time and showing what's found to the world. You take care of yourself so that you can be your best self. So, this is what you are wanting, and this is who you are. You are somebody who is a great teacher with a lot of knowledge to share. You're somebody who's amazingly different, eccentric, beautiful, wonderful. Somebody who has a new perspective to share to others that helps them to realize things. Somebody who has been digging deep into the depths and the layers to uncover yourself mask after mask after mask until you find the true beauty within, and you are showing every single layer of it to the world around you, and you will get recognized for the amount of knowledge and wisdom you have to share to this world. And you take care of yourself so that you can be your best self, and that's the biggest thing that you are teaching others around you, is to take care of themselves so they can be their best selves. So that's what I have for this pile. I would absolutely love to hear your comments in the feedback below on whether or not this resonated, or if you have anything else to say about it. I would absolutely love to hear that. And I am offering personal readings now as well. My email is earthangel1133@yahoo.com. So hit me up if you're interested. And I hope you have a beautiful night, day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye. So for pile 2, let's see what we got. What do you want, pile 2? I'm going to start with the tarot cards this time on this one. We got the Sun. We got the Four of Swords. I'm always drawn to the Sun on the Four of Swords too, because what it makes me think of is you really would like to be able to bring peace to your thoughts, to take time for rest, reflection, self-care, to take a walk in nature, to take a hot shower, to read a good book, to listen to music and dance, to just be able to get away from the hecticness and fray of life and to find this inner peace within and to awaken to the beauty around you, to be filled with hope, optimism, joy, happiness, and to really be able to be this giving, generous, supportive, nurturing, caring person, this fertile person, and to receive that energy back in return, to not just be giving it out to others without receiving it back in return. Yeah, because in the past, I think you have been betrayed on that by somebody who was holding back immensely. Somebody who may have even been a little possessive and controlling because they held back everything they had from you, but expected you to give and give and give. And it caused a very severe imbalance. And it put you in this state of this victimhood mentality that maybe was causing a lot of issues, and you have learned a lot from that. It may have even been a marriage that this happened in. But there was some situation where somebody betrayed you very harshly because they were possessive, jealous, controlling, because they refused to give and were expecting everything that you had. And now you are wanting to just be able to find happiness after this again, to let go of this victimhood mentality, to be able to forgive and release, and to be able to be generous and giving again in the future, and not allow this one situation to cause you to jump into this energy of holding back and hurting others because you're refusing to give when it wasn't them who did this to you, and it's so hard to come out of that energy too. It's really hard to come out of that energy. That's why I knew exactly what this was when I seen it, is because it's that betrayal, that hurt, that somebody just taking, and a lot of times on top of it, they're telling you that you're not giving them anything and you're doing nothing and all kinds of stuff like that to make you feel like you're the one causing the problem. And you may not have been the one causing the problem, but you can turn into the one causing the problem if you hold on to it. So now it's time to just let go and to release any kind of victimhood mentality you have that may be keeping you stuck in the past, and to be able to come to peace and terms with your thoughts so that you can be able to be in a strong, stable state of mind going forward. And so that you can be able to be generous and giving without worrying about what's coming back in return. And another thing that would be very helpful is to understand how to say no and to allow others the same respect as well. Being able to, hey, I'm busy, I got things to do, I got to take care of me today. And then, if they have a problem with that, reminding them that, hey, there's times that you've needed to take care of you too, and I haven't minded. But today I need to take care of me. So you can take care of you today. Because that's how we set healthy boundaries. And yes, it does sound mean, but really it's not mean to take care of yourself and set healthy boundaries. Energetic ties, manipulative, take time for what truly matters, vacation, staycation is needed, appreciation, be content where you are now. So there's also a need to just be content and okay with, understanding, accepting of where you are now, that you have been through a lot and it has caused a lot of hurt. And it is okay. It's okay. But if we hold on to it for too long, we end up doing a lot of things too that are not so great. And right now, it's time to really take care of yourself, to really focus on you, and to take the time necessary to yourself to learn, to understand, to go within, to face these harder emotions so that you can really break any energetic ties you have with any manipulative people in your life that maybe have caused you a lot of pain by constantly needing your time, your money, your help, your advice, your whatever it is, and then not being able to be there for you in return when it comes down to it. It's time to take time for what truly matters, and that's the people who are going to be there for you in the same way you are for them, for one thing. But that's also taking time for what truly matters. That's yourself. Yourself matters. Appreciate yourself, love yourself, treat yourself right, and you will start to attract more people into your life who treat you right as well. You are the best kind of beautiful down to your very core. Sometimes loss comes very unexpectedly. Rest easy, knowing that you can say anything that you need to and they will hear you. And so, if this is it is very hard to walk away from friends or to walk away from loved ones or to have somebody pass away as well, because both of these cards actually came out of that deck, and if that's the case. But know that you can say anything you need to and they will hear you. Know that sometimes things just happen and it's okay. It's okay. You are someone very beautiful deep down to the very core of your being. You might be holding on very tightly to somebody who also passed away. It could very well be that. Grief and pain are normal, but you are not alone. Reach out to others, and that could be causing a lot of what's going on in whatever situations you have in your life as well, because sometimes it's harder to walk away from people when you know that today may be all you get. And here's the thing, you still have to respect you, you still have to love you, you still have to make sure people are treating you right. And if they aren't treating you right, then you shouldn't be holding on, and there's also a need here to stop holding back from reaching out to other people when you're in grief, when you're in pain, when you're hurting. Because sometimes others don't even know, and sometimes we can be so happy, optimistic, joyful looking that other people don't even know how much pain you have going on inside of you. And being able to swallow your pride and ask for that help, and being able to understand that there are going to be people there to help you, because maybe in the past there hasn't been, and maybe you ask 4 or 5 people before you find one, but that's how you get your discernment. That's how you know who's going to be there for you and who isn't. So it's time to stop holding on to things, and it's time to stop fearing that people won't be there for you, and to reach out and ask And I've had this issue myself many times because I spent so long asking for help and asking for help and asking for help, and nobody was helping and nobody was helping and nobody was helping. But I wasn't asking the right people. I was asking the people that I was giving everything to, and they weren't giving in return. So ask yourself if you're asking the right people. You are very high energy. Your love and light fills up any room. Your presence is felt. What do you want to do? I think that you want to be somebody who brings people peace and calm in their grief and their sadness and their pain. You want to be able to be there for them and help them through it. And you are somebody very high energetic and really with a lot of peace and clarity and truth in you. And a lot of optimism, hope, happiness, motivation, drive. You know, a lot of that masculine energy to take action, to express this knowledge, wisdom, and awareness to other people about how to leave things like this behind. And at the same time, you may have gone through your own losses that caused a lot of hurt and pain that brought you to this place, you know, but you have gained so much wisdom and awareness from this. And I think you are in the process of starting to be able to reach out to others more. You remember everything about anyone that you care for, and why shouldn't you have some caring people in your life who do the same for you? Right? Right? You should. You hide from confrontation. You prefer peace. Oh, that's why. Because we can't possibly cause a disruption for other people. But, you know, I've been there too. Especially being raised the way I was, you know. There was already enough stress around. You didn't create more stress in our house, you know. And that's the whole thing is, you know, sometimes it takes uncomfortable moments and sometimes it takes arguments or confrontations in order to work through and fix problems that are going on. You have a hard time caring for you. Remember, you can't care for others well if you don't care for you too. And once again, care for you. Moving forward, regardless of others' opinions. And take charge of your life. And don't worry what anybody else thinks or says. This is your life. Live it how you want to live. Do not worry about what anybody else thinks. Been depressed. Hard to find enjoyment in everyday life. Your smile is contagious. It lights up a room. You enjoy your alone time and you put it to good use. So even though you spend a lot of time alone and generally you do very well in your time alone, you may have had a loss that hurt you very badly, and you may need to reach out to others to help in that, to get out, to go have fun, to enjoy life with your friends, your family, whoever it is that you can rely on or count on, whoever would be there if you reached out and you know who this person is, you know who these people are. And that's one of the things that helps with depression is being able to notice it, understand it, accept it, and then do the things necessary to make sure we turn it around, which is self-care, self-love, you know, and being able to really get your smile back, get your sunshine back, get your happiness back, your glow back. And you do that by taking care of you and by not focusing on everybody else's problems for a minute, taking that space that you need for you to focus on your problems for a minute. There may also be a little bit of clingy energy going on, you know, with other people at times as well, where they're clinging to you and they're holding tightly and they're wanting all of your time, your energy, your care, your love, but you have things you have to work on as well, and they have to be understanding of that. They need to be understanding of that. You are somebody very imaginative, creative, believing. You love to believe in the impossible. What do you know is true? That's what this is a time for you to ask yourself. What do you know is true? What do you know you need to do? Where